man struggled to lift a boulder and slammed into the statue in front of him. With a loud noise, yellow sand gushed out of the hole like a tide, obscuring the view. At this moment, a hint of horror flashed across the man's face, as if realizing the seriousness of the matter. He quickly instructed his companions to smash open the surrounding statues with boulders. As the stone statues were smashed one after another, a tense atmosphere filled the air. At this moment, he suddenly raised his head, his eyes fixed on the sky, and his face suddenly changed. The huge stone pillar in front of him began to move slowly after thousands of years of stillness. Before they could react, things took a turn for the worse. The 4 stone pillars suddenly gathered towards the center as if something terrible was brewing. Suddenly, with a deafening noise, the ground collapsed and disappeared. Before they could react, the steps under their feet quickly shrank inward as if they were about to devour everything. Once you fall, this abyss will be unimaginably dangerous. Faced with this terrifying scene, everyone desperately fled. However, the speed of the steps shrinking was too fast and several people unfortunately fell. Fortunately, they were not too far from the ground. This allowed them to save their lives by chance, and they breathed a sigh of relief in their hearts. They cautiously entered the dark cave along the flowing water. The sight in front of them stunned them unbelievable. The cave is not only filled with antiques but also countless gold and silver jewelry, which is dazzling. At this moment, the crystal skull in the mountains opened the mysterious door to the Golden City. Several people walked into the door cautiously, their hearts full of expectation and fear. They were astonished to find 13 alien corpses sitting atop the golden throne. Only one of the skeletons was missing a skull, which was particularly strange. Legend has it that as long as the skull is found and returned, the endless mysteries of the universe can be obtained. A lady immediately took the skull from the doctor and slowly walked towards the crystal skull. Suddenly, the crystal skull seemed to be alive and quickly absorbed on the skull of the skeleton. In the shocked and terrified eyes of everyone, things became more and more incredible. The crystal skeleton seemed to have come back to life, looking down on everyone. At this moment, the doctor suddenly walked up to the crystal skeleton and communicated with it in the long-lost Mayan language. The crystal skull thanked them for finding the missing skull in a low and mysterious voice. It decided to bestow upon the returnee a rich gift of infinite wisdom. After hearing this, the lady hurriedly asked the crystal skeleton about the secrets of the universe. However, this question seemed to have provoked the wrath of the crystal skeleton. Then the situation deteriorated rapidly. The entire temple suddenly began to shake violently as if in response to her question. The 13 crystal skeletons that were sitting quietly began to produce strange movements. Suddenly they began to spin rapidly and uncontrollably, making a piercing roar. 13 crystal skeletons quickly merged and became one, and their strength continued to increase. Ultimately, they are resurrected as a true alien life form with endless mystery.